Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I run and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. 4 people shot at a tree lighting ceremony in North Carolina. Man, it's sad. The attack was carried out by 3 individuals who have been, put into custody. But, I'm going to say this. I was told that all the crime is happening in blue states. And I've been looking at a lot of crime in red states. And the thing that I've been looking at that I noticed that a lot of people don't pay attention to is the president sent ICE to North Carolina. And I'm trying to sit here and, he was trying to send the National Guard to North Carolina. My point is, what's happening in North Carolina? And like I told you before, the shit that happened in North Carolina where the guy jumped off the back of the car to the other car and jumped in the car, the shit was just amazing just to see this, man, and just to wonder what the hell is really going on in North Carolina. I didn't know they had an immigrant problem in North Carolina. I didn't know North Carolina was even on the list of being bad, but allegedly it is, and the thing is, a lot of people attribute everything to Chicago and its mayor. Chicago's always in the news. Everywhere is always in the news. No matter, if you want to make an example of something, you talk about it. But we don't look at the other places, then I guess it flies under the radar. There's so much happening in other places, man, that the shit is crazy. This is why I say we need to truly pay attention. We need to really look at it. People tell me that Georgia's not bad. And I'm sitting here thinking, Georgia is red, ain't it? Shit, what is really going on? Florida's bad. Ain't that red? What are we doing here, man? It's like we sitting here trying to justify calling one place bad and not all the rest of them. Shit is bad. Damn near everywhere. It's either you dealing with crime or you dealing with poverty, bruh. Or you dealing with foreclosures and bankruptcies. Shit is real. This is why I say we need to sit back and stop pointing fingers and trying to make, informed decisions on what to do. If you really want to fix the problems in Chicago, bruh, you can't. Because you can't fix the problems other places the same reason. Crime pays. The government makes too much money off of crime. These prisons are privatized. They make so much money. And people are making it seem like, oh, well, oh, man, that can't be it. Yes, it is. During the early, I think it was the 80s or 90s, Clive Davis had a party at his house with rappers at the time. The CIA, the FBI was there. And in this meeting, he told them, the rappers, they need to make the music more vulgar towards black women. Call them more slurs and everything else. Make the music more violent and everything because they said they need to fill their prisons. Brother, I'm going to tell you something. The music industry, the prison system, all this shit is connected. Y'all sit here and think half of this stuff is not connected. This world is connected. Why you think when something bad happened in one place, when they start talking about trafficking, you come to find out the music industry, the movie industry, the military, shit, the church, all of them are connected with this trafficking stuff. How's that working? Including Disney. How does this work, allegedly? Bro, this is why I say, hell, it's hard to fix a problem when it's all the damn problem. It's not just one thing you could point at and say, well, it ain't this and it ain't that. It's all of it. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, since when did we go down this road, this slippery slope? Since when does this world evolve around billionaires and millionaires? Like I said, you think that these shootings are random. Just like those smash and grabs wasn't random. I told you, that's organized crime. Why? Everybody's winning off that. But see, you don't see it. You just think, oh, everybody's so bad. And it's organized. People may be bad, don't get me wrong. But this shit is organized. It has a purpose. Like I told you, they weren't stealing your cars just for you to buy a new car. They were stealing your cars and taking them, yes. May got your ass beat, may got shot, may got hurt. Some people may got killed. And, my heart goes out to them. But the ultimate goal was everybody who were still alive, they end up having to get new vehicles, right? Guess who that benefited? Guess who a $40,000 purchase benefits? Not really you, because you got to make these payments, every month or however you pay. Think about it. When the wildfires hit and they took away the insurance from all of those people, making sure that they didn't get no insurance for these homes. And them motherfuckers burned down. And, they assumed that land. See, a lot of people are not understanding. There's a lot of stuff at play. There are a lot of alphabet groups out here who sit on the sidelines and play with you. Think about it. Look at all these catastrophes just happened. Where's FEMA at? Oh, I forgot. Our president disbanded FEMA. There's no aid to nobody. All of these places that have had these natural catastrophes, all these damn floods everywhere within the United States. How does that work? And there's nothing happening for these people. These people are in states of damn near disarray. Dude, if you constantly getting your shit fucked up for no apparent reason and insurance said we don't want to cover you no more. Think about it. With the smash and grabs, like I told you before, there were a lot of people benefiting from that. And a lot of people like, oh, no, they weren't. Nobody was benefiting. See, your mind is not working. Oh, yes, it is. When those smash and grabs happen, remember, I don't care if you're on the mag mile or the blue mile or the green mile. That stuff was sitting. Nobody was buying. These stores were on the verge of damn near going out of business, allegedly, because the revenue wasn't hitting. People wasn't spending money. And for, mind you, if you over there talking about Versace and all this high-end stuff, it costs. And if you don't have the money or the credit to get it, guess what? You don't got it. So what happened was, and I'm not saying that these stores had anything to do with it, but, it strikes me as odd how this is done. These stores I hit, they are basically taken out in less than like 5 minutes with a stolen vehicle that runs into the gate. They take every damn thing. They offer another stolen car with everything, right? So the next day, the people come assess the damage. They call the insurance company. They call the cops. Come out and survey and look at everything and write up police reports, right? So all of a sudden, you got a police report. Then you got people after they process the scene and everything like that. But the first thing before they do process the scene, they got to board the place up. So you got the board up company coming to board the place up. Then after everything is done and the crime scene is processed, what they do is they call up a cleanup company, and they come clean the place up. So that's 2 companies already involved in this. Then the third thing is, you looking at this situation, you got to replace all the glass in the place. They broke glass cases and everything. They broke glass windows. You got to replace all that. Then your insurance pay you out. That's another company involved. Now, this happened like in certain places like 2 or 3 times where they were paid out 2 or 3 times, where all this inventory was completely just, sold or, missing. Now, all of a sudden, some of these stores end up closing up. Ask yourself. Think about that. I want you to truly think about it. A lot of this stuff is not what you think it is. There are a lot of people taking phones. And you may got hurt with them taking your phone. You may have got shot or stabbed, and my heart goes out to you. But at the end of the day, guess what? You had to go buy another phone, right? Whether if that phone disconnects, or, you got a lockout code, or, you had a company to, just, deactivate the phone in a way, that phone is gone. You still need to buy another phone. You see where I'm going with this? This shit has layers. It's not as simple as you think it is. It ain't just some random guy. You see a guy that they show and he be like, oh, he's the leader of all this. Don't get me wrong. The leader might be smart, but he's not the only one. There's somebody above him telling him how to do this. Look at it. When you have these team meetups or these team takeovers, dude, they put it on the internet. They talk to certain people and have them put it out there. Then people show up. Then the chaos is to, cause chaos. Scare people. Get people, to react. Get people afraid for they can run a new law into order, to change the situation. This is all this is. Dude, it's odd that this happened in two places. The smash and grab, I mean, not the smash and grabs, the shootings during the tree lightings. Think about it. That's really odd, ain't it? People looking at me like, see, you connecting dots. See, the dots that I'm connecting, a lot of people don't pay attention to. One thing that we look at is, we look at one thing. We look at things that we can see. We don't look at the whole picture most of the time. You remember back in the day when they were stealing shoes off people's feet, stealing them starter coats off people, beating your ass and hurting you? I don't give a damn what color you was or where you was at. People of all colors was doing this crazy shit, taking your shoes and your coat. Dude, after all of that is said and done, guess what? You still need a pair of shoes and you still need a coat, right? Did I miss something? Dude, this shit here has layers. It's not simple as you think it is. Like I tell you, the thing is for all of this stuff to flow. Think about it. If, honestly, you can stop crime. You could actually stop crime. You could actually, literally stop crime. And guess what? All that money that those bonds generate goes away. All those people employed to do those jobs, those go away. So why would they stop it? Think about it. They could stop hunger right now too. Farmers have excess food most of the time that they burn, because, they can't really do anything with. That food can go somewhere. Restaurants have leftovers at the end of the night that they can't do anything with. They throw those away. Those could get donated or whatever. But guess what? You don't want to stop hunger. Hunger. Because, again, all those people with these high-end jobs that is associated with that creates a lot of jobs. And you get rid of all those jobs, now you got more people. See, it's the same thing with homelessness. Damn, you could really get rid of homelessness. There are a lot of abandoned homes and a lot of abandoned apartment buildings that you could fix up and put people in. But guess what? You don't want to do that. Because, see, it becomes a problem then. I understand. Then you got to look at who's going to pay for it. See, all of this stuff, it works hand in hand. I want you to look at the bigger picture. Crime is just not, situated in one place. So, because people say, Chicago is the crime capital of the world, and I'm like, really? Like, damn, like, so every 4 seconds, somebody getting hurt. That's not true. What happens here is, man, we're put on a stage because he's making an example out of Chicago. Chicago is the example because, one, it's blue, it's black, and just being honest, I'm not lying to you. And it's just like, it's a safe haven. It's like a sanctuary city. So, yeah, that's why he's going after it. Dude, if you really put all of this emphasis on migrants, dude, my thing is go through the list, see who are criminals. If they're criminals, send them back. But my thing is, you got all these people here already. Give them a path to citizenship. Make them citizens. That way they can pay their taxes and do every damn thing they need to do. Why would you spend billions of dollars to send them back? It costs damn near $1 trillion to send all these people back. Who's going to pay for that? It sounds good in theory, but who's going to pay? He's telling you he's getting rid of Social Security and everybody's okay with that. I'm confused. You've been paying into Social Security your whole damn life. Oh, no, see, you can have that extra thing off your check. Yeah, but when, when you retire, what the hell's going to happen? How you going to support yourself? A lot of people don't got 401k. A lot of people don't set up for 401k because they say, oh, man, I need all my money. It's not, the time to look for my future right now. Man, I'm young, and I get all that. But, man, when you start really thinking about it, you really start to need to pay attention to it. Man, I'm trying to make it make sense, bro. I'm really trying to make it make sense. This is why I say make it make sense. Pay attention to what you're doing. At the end of the day, people do not really look at you and care. They look at a city that they say is in disarray. The president said he was sending the National Guard, ICE, Border Patrol to get crime under control. Ain't no crime under control. Your question should have been, why is he sending all these people there? What do he want to accomplish? National Guard was standing in front of valuable buildings, just like they were in DC. It's not for what you think it is, bro. Like I tell you, if you get used to military presence, when it starts to stay, you ain't no question it. And see, that's the thing. Then you got these Epstein files all out there. And the thing is to divert your attention away from that, to try to get you on to something else, blame everybody else and everything. I understand everybody want to blame Mayor Brandon Johnson. Maybe he is to blame for it in Chicago. Before him, people were trying to blame Lori Lightfoot for the pandemic. It was her fault the pandemic happened. It's Brandon Johnson's fault that the migrants came. He should have sent them all back with whatever money that they could have mustered. Man, come on. Texas shooting themselves in the foot. You sent all the damn migrants. Nebraska sent migrants. Now all of a sudden, Nebraska need migrants to do the farm work. How the fuck does that happen, dude? How do you shoot yourself in the foot? Same thing happened in Texas. Shooting themselves in the damn foot. Nobody wants to do the damn job. And I say it over and over again. Bro, you can't take somebody's job. Either somebody don't want to do it and it gets taken. You can't say I took your job and you wasn't doing it. Come on, now make it make sense. This situation, the stuff I talk about on this channel, this is not, all facts. Some of it is opinion. Some of it is, if you look at it hard enough, you will see the lines. If you connect the dots, you'll see everything. The thing is, we don't want to connect dots. We want to sit here and blame everybody else. We want to blame Chicago for the whole country problem. And I got to sit here and actually laugh at it. I'm like, what the hell really going on? If you thought about it, Chicago is the most segregated city within this country. It's done like that for a reason. You got the blacks on the south and the west side. You got the whites on the north side. And you got, on the east side, you got Hispanics. My thing is, and I'm going to say it, it's starting to gentrify. But the thing is, a lot of people don't get it. You truly didn't understand crime until crime left certain areas and started affecting other areas. Then when shit got bad, you started noticing that it just wasn't crime from a certain area coming into your area. You start realizing it's your area committing the crime because you start realizing poor is poor. When poor people are hungry, what they do, they take. Not all, but some. And, that's the thing people don't get. We too busy trying to blame other people for problems that we created. How to fix Chicago? 1, the police department is completely understaffed. 2, that takes community involvement. It takes families to get involved with their kids. And you know what? I'm going to say that goes all across Chicago. White, black, Hispanic. I done seen bad parents in every fucking neighborhood, bro. Chinese. I done seen shit everywhere. Because I have dealt with some of every type of woman. And I done seen bad in every neighborhood because I blended with those people and I realized shit is happening everywhere. How do you get people to be parents now? Think about it. When they cut off food stamps, everybody was on TikTok complaining of all colors. The shit got real. It was real as hell. And my thing is, you realize that it costs like $8 billion a month to fund, EBT, the link card, it's crazy as hell. When you start realizing that there's so many people who really need it. Dude, this country is on the verge of a collapse. People nowadays are living on credit. They can't afford their rent or mortgage anymore because the shit is astronomical. Now they trying to push it from 30 years to 50 in order to keep your ass in a bind because once it hit 50 years, you will never own a home. And I say that to you over and over. And people are like, man, stop. Stop with this shit. Man, because people buy homes in their 20s. I never met a person who were stable in their 20s. You get, used to be back in the day, you had up into 25 to get your shit together. Now it's like to 35 because a lot of people don't want to get their shit together. They too busy twerking and having fun, male and female. And, my thing is now, and I'm not saying that's everybody, so please do not come for me with that. I'm not saying everybody, some people. Now think about it. If you are 25 buying a house, still, 50 years, you're 75 years old by the time you buy that house. You may not even be alive anymore. Think about it. If I bought a house right now, I'd be 100 and something. Dude, have you even thought about that? Shit, that's impossible. Like I told you, I was looking at a car to buy this car. And the guy was like, man, we got an 8 to 10 year loan. And I'm like, what? Dude, it's letting you know you will never finish paying for this car. My whole thing is you're not getting hit. The car only costs $40,000, dude. You be paid off. No, 10 years. You didn't think about that. What the note is, 10 years and a note and the interest. The interest is the thing that whoop your ass. Most people pay interest over 5%. Now, if you could get interest at like 0.5 or 0.1, up into like 1% or 2%, you're okay. But once it goes way past that, that shit is just over. I know people who paid interest on a car at 25 fucking percent. I know people who really needed a car and was paying 50% interest. Why? Because they weren't predatory going after these people. These people really needed the car, had really bad credit. You got to get what you get, right? That's what I'm talking about. If you really want to do something with these kids now, you got to teach them financial literacy, man. You got to teach them that if you fuck up early, it's going to affect you the rest of your damn life. I was telling my son, I said, man, I need you to get on board, bro. I need you to get this shit together. I need you to see where I'm going with this, man. I need you to see, you have to be here first before you go here. You got to be stable. You got to have something going on for yourself before you start trying to do stuff. I see people hate to go to jobs, but you got to make sure you get a check. Because if you ain't getting a check, shit ain't funny no more. It started to look real gloomy, man. It started looking real creepy after a while. And you start looking really upset because you ain't got no damn money. Man, I'm trying to push a narrative on you right now. Because the narrative is bigger than all of us, man. Dude, they are purposely keeping us down. As people, all of us. Because they trying to do away with the middle class. There's poor, the working poor, and you got middle class. The middle class is almost non-existent. I'm middle class, but damn near, me and my wife is middle class. The shit is just crazy, though. It's crazy how this shit plays out, man. This is why I say you got to live within your budget. You can't go and overextend yourself, then get mad. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. When you start talking about shootings, people upset, they angry, they just trying to do some shit, man. Like I said, not everybody understand how everything works. Your brain sometimes just do not catch on some days. The average person, man, the average person cannot read. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying the average person cannot read the room. Most people look at a person and they got their answer. Just because you see something don't mean that's what it is. This is why I say sometimes you got to talk to people. And I talk to my friends and they be like, man, I didn't want to hear what he was saying, man. I didn't want to hear this. I said, all right, you come to find out the motherfucker was your boss and, you judged the book by the cover and you missed the opportunity to get to know the person who was actually, in charge. Bro, this is why I tell people. Sometimes you got to be quiet and, close your mouth and pay attention. Oh, man, I don't got to pay attention. I'm just looking and I'm going to say what I'm going to say and do what I'm going to do, man. And we suffer them consequences and we get mad at everybody. But till later, fam, I just got to say thank you for watching. Peace out.